Imagine a footballer who defied everything we thought we knew about the game. A player who didn't rely on speed or power, yet controlled the tempo of every match. Andrea Pirlo, known as the Maestro, played with such calm and grace that it seemed like the game slowed down for him. But here's the thing, Pirlo never had to run much. While most footballers raced across the pitch, Pirlo made his mark without ever breaking a sweat. How did he redefine what it means to be a world-class midfielder? The answer lies in his unique ability to control the game, not through speed, but through intelligence. This is the story of Andrea Pirlo, the man who changed football with his mind, not his legs. Early life and rise to prominence. Andrea Pirlo was born in Brescia, Italy, in 1979, in a family with deep roots in football. From a young age, Pirlo displayed a natural talent for the game, but he was never the fastest player on the pitch. In fact, he was often the smallest player in his youth teams. While his peers sprinted up and down the field, Pirlo's style was more measured and deliberate. Instead of relying on physicality, he used his brilliant footballing mind to stay ahead of the game. His professional career began with Brescia Calcio, where Pirlo was given the opportunity to play in the youth system. Though he lacked the typical physical attributes, Pirlo quickly made a name for himself as a gifted playmaker, known for his excellent vision, passing range, and creativity. But despite his immense technical talent, Pirlo struggled early in his career. He was often seen as too small and frail to compete at the highest level, and his lack of speed and physicality made it difficult for him to fit into a world where powerful, aggressive players dominated midfield. At just 16, Pirlo was given a shot at Brescia's first team, but it wasn't smooth sailing. He faced early criticism, with many doubting whether his skill set would be enough in the rough and tumble world of Italian football. It wasn't long before his potential was recognized by bigger clubs. Inter Milan took him on in 1998, but his time at the club was short and disappointing. Despite his undeniable talent, Pirlo struggled to find his place. Inter, like many others, failed to fully understand his value. After just one season, Pirlo was loaned out to AC Milan in 2001. It was here, under the guidance of Carlo Ancelotti, that Pirlo would finally begin to realize his full potential. Pirlo's playing style, the art of control. Pirlo's transition to AC Milan was the turning point of his career. Under Ancelotti, Pirlo found the perfect environment to flourish. He was given the freedom to play as a regista, the deep-lying playmaker who dictates the tempo of the game from the midfield. This role was revolutionary, and it was here that Pirlo truly began to make his mark on football. Unlike many other midfielders who relied on speed, stamina, and physicality, Pirlo's game was built on intelligence and vision. His role as a regista was not about running up and down the pitch, but about controlling the flow of the game, making precise passes, and orchestrating the play from deep in midfield. Pirlo had an almost supernatural ability to read the game, anticipating passes, controlling possession, and making key decisions at just the right moments. What set Pirlo apart was his ability to execute passes that no one else could see. Whether it was a stunning long ball, a through pass splitting the defense, or a perfectly placed chip over the top, Pirlo's range of passing was second to none. He made the difficult look effortless, and his calmness on the ball was unparalleled. While many midfielders spent their time chasing the ball or engaging in physical duels, Pirlo's work was done in the quiet moments. Those seconds when he had the ball at his feet, surveying the pitch and deciding the next move. He was never in a rush. He moved with purpose, always one step ahead of the game, never needing to sprint or tackle. His ability to control the tempo of the match meant that Pirlo could dictate the flow of play with minimal effort, taking the game at his own pace. The golden years at AC Milan, a tactical revolution. Pirlo's time at AC Milan marked the height of his career, where he truly became one of the best midfielders in the world. Under Ancelotti, AC Milan adopted a tactical system that perfectly suited Pirlo's style of play. Milan's blend of strong defense and fluid attack made them one of the most dominant teams in Europe, with Pirlo at the heart of it all. One of Pirlo's most important attributes was his ability to complement his teammates. While players like Gennaro Gattuso provided the defensive grit, and Clarence Seedorf added creativity and dynamism, Pirlo was the calm center that made everything tick. He had the perfect balance with his midfield partners, allowing Milan to dominate possession and control games without ever relying on raw physicality. The pinnacle of Pirlo's success came in 2003 when AC Milan won the UEFA Champions League. The final against Juventus was a classic example of Pirlo's ability to control a game. His calmness under pressure allowed Milan to dictate the tempo and control the midfield battle. Pirlo's performance in the final was a masterclass in passing, vision, and composure. cementing his place as one of the finest midfielders in the world. In 2007, Milan won their second Champions League title during Pirlo's tenure with a thrilling 2-1 win over Liverpool. This final was another showcase of Pirlo's brilliance. His precision and control were key in Milan's victory, even though players like Kaká and Filippo Inzaghi took the headlines for their goals. Pirlo's ability to dictate play, deliver the perfect pass, and slow down the game when needed made him the true orchestrator of Milan's success. Pirlo's move to Juventus, a new chapter. In 2011, Pirlo made the move to Juventus at the age of 32, a time when many players are considered to be past their prime. But Pirlo's move to Juventus would prove that age was just a number. Under Antonio Conte, Pirlo was once again given the freedom to control the game from deep in midfield. However, this time it was in a more defensively structured system that relied on counterattacks and a strong, disciplined defense. Pirlo's influence at Juventus was immediate. Despite being seen as a free transfer from AC Milan, Pirlo helped Juventus secure 4 consecutive Serie A titles from 2012 to 2014. His performances were consistently outstanding as he continued to control the game with his vision and intelligence. Juventus had traditionally been known for their strong defense, but with Pirlo in the team, they now became a complete force, capable of both defending and attacking with deadly precision. Even as he aged, Pirlo's ability to dictate the tempo of the game never faded. In 2015, he played a pivotal role in Juventus's run to the UEFA Champions League final, further cementing his place as one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. Though Juventus lost 3-1 to Barcelona in the final, Pirlo's legacy at the club was undeniable. His time at Juventus proved that intelligence and vision were just as crucial as athleticism, and that age wasn't a barrier to greatness. Pirlo's role in Italy's success. Pirlo's impact wasn't limited to his club career. His influence on the Italian national team was equally monumental. Pirlo was an essential part of Italy's 2006 World Cup winning squad. His performance throughout the tournament was pivotal, and he played a crucial role in orchestrating Italy's midfield. In the final against France, Pirlo's calmness under pressure was essential. His composure in the penalty shootout was remarkable, and his clinical penalty secured Italy's 4th World Cup title. Pirlo's leadership and control of the game were also evident in Euro 2012, where Italy reached the final against Spain. Pirlo's performances in the tournament, particularly his stunning chip pass to Mario Balotelli in the semi-finals against Germany, further solidified his reputation as one of the world's finest playmakers. Despite Italy's 4-0 loss to Spain in the final, Pirlo's performances remained a highlight of the tournament, and his legacy as one of the greatest midfielders was firmly established. Pirlo's legacy, redefining midfield play. Andrea Pirlo's career has redefined the role of the modern midfielder. His ability to control a game from deep in midfield, without running up and down the pitch, has set a new standard for what it means to be a successful playmaker. In a time when football is often obsessed with physicality, Pirlo showed that intelligence, vision, and passing ability could be just as important. Pirlo's legacy is reflected in the rise of players like Sergio Busquets and Marco Verratti, who have adopted similar styles of play. These players don't rely on speed or power, but instead focus on their ability to read the game, distribute the ball, and control the tempo from midfield. Pirlo's impact on the game goes beyond his trophies. He has inspired a generation of players to value intelligence over physicality, showing that football isn't just about speed or strength, it's about vision, technique, and understanding the flow of the game. Andrea Pirlo's career wasn't defined by how fast he ran or how hard he tackled. It was defined by how he saw the game and how he controlled it. From his early days in Brescia to his dominance at AC Milan, Juventus, and with Italy, Pirlo showed the world that football is as much about intelligence and vision as it is about strength and speed. So what's your favorite Pirlo moment? Do you think football has changed for the better thanks to his influence? Or do you miss the days when the game was more about flair and physicality? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more amazing stories from the world of football.